Welcome to Hicksville High School and an exciting evening of high school basketball. Tonight, the Ayersville Lady Pilots, coached by Tim Nicely, will take on our own Hicksville Lady Aces, coached by Josh Freed. The Board of Education, Superintendent, and Athletic Council of Hicksville High School extend to each of you a cordial welcome to tonight's game. Both Hicksville High School and Ayersville High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the high standards of conduct and sportsmanship required during athletic competition. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and in respect for all who have served and who are currently serving to defend our freedoms, please stand as the Hicksville High School Pep Band, under the direction of Mr. Zach Kohlmeyer, performs our national anthem.
We welcome you back to the Red Zone here at Hicksville Community, or Hicksville Exempted Village Schools, the main gymnasium, as we are getting ready to get the second live stream of our doubleheader underway here. And that's going to, of course, be the varsity contest between the Lady Aces of Hicksville and the visiting Lady Pilots of Ayersville. Hi, everybody, and welcome once again to the main gymnasium. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. With me, Chris Warner, who's running the camera and overseeing the OBS software for the live stream. He's got a headset microphone on, too. He can chime in every now and then if he has something interesting to say. And we're getting ready to bring you varsity basketball action here on this Thursday night. As I mentioned, second of two live streams. First live stream was the junior varsity game. That went to the Pilots by a final score of 32-15. Lady Aces were winners in their last game on the road, and we're looking to keep that rolling as they head into GMC action against the Pilots here tonight. They're introducing the starting lineups right now, so why don't we do the same? We'll begin with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Ayersville Pilots. Their starters, number 2 is Mabel McGuire. She's a 5'6" junior. Number 10 is Neva Sheets. She's 5'7" and a senior. Number 11 is Kaylee Dockery. Kaylee also a senior at 5'7". Number 14 is Allie Schindler. Schindler a junior at 5'10". And also getting the start tonight, number 22, Kirsten Mannon. Mannon a junior coming in at 5'8". For the Lady Aces, it's pretty much the standard starting five. Number 3, Kennedy Adams, the 5'5" freshman, gets the start here tonight, as does number 5, senior Leah Seitz at 5'4". Number 11 is junior Hayden Nyhart, standing at 5'9". Number 13, 5'10" senior Lindsey Bergman, and number 44 is 5'5" senior Alyssa Seitz. Lady Pilots head coach is Tim Nicely, and of course, Josh Freese, head coach of the Lady Aces. Bill and Christopher, glad to have you here with us. Getting ready to jump center circle. Jim Seiler with us for the JV game, had a meeting tonight. He had to leave, so it's just Chris and myself. Ball tip is controlled by the Pilots, and we're underway. Out on top, that's Schindler. Schindler, so they work it around the perimeter. Feeding it inside. Across the middle, ball loose on the floor. It's grabbed by Adams. Adams in a double team. Ball kicked out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by the Aces. Mannon gets ready to get the ball inbound. She does. Bounce pass over to Sheets on the wing. Sheets takes it out. Back to the top of the key. They'll work it around the perimeter once again. Down into the corner, nothing there. Back up on top. Now inside. And down into the corner to Dockery. Dockery loses the ball, but it's scooped up by McGuire. McGuire tosses it over to Sheets. And then we'll move back around. Now it's Dockery and back to Sheets. Sheets thought about the three, pulls up. Now she'll launch it over to Dockery. Dockery for three. Nothing but air. And that'll be Ace's ball, I do believe. Yep. Adams will get it into Leah Seitz. And here come the Lady Aces on offense for the first time tonight. Over to Nyhart. Nyhart tries a little alley-oop into Adams, but it's intercepted and taken away. Going coast to coast, throwing it up high off the glass, no good. That was number 10, Neva Sheets, and Adams comes up with the ball. Kennedy looking for some help. Gets it to Bergman, excuse me. Bergman holds up, down low to Adams. Adams tries to put it up, but it's blocked, loose on the floor. Alyssa Seitz picks it up. She'll put up a shot, no good. That's going to be grabbed by the Pilots, and they'll come up the floor. Mannon to Sheets, and Sheets passes it off to McGuire. Now to Dockery. Driving low. Mannon, nothing there. Bounces over, and it's grabbed by Sheets. It'll go out of bounds, and a whistle and a foul, and that might be on Nyhart. White 11, yep, Hayden Nyhart will pick up her first personal. Team foul number 1 on the Lady Aces with 5:40 to go. Still no score in this varsity game. Bounce pass inside. McGuire puts it up, no good. Bergman grabs the rebound, tosses it over to Seitz. Seitz launches it down the floor to Adams. Kennedy takes it back out onto the wing, lets the rest of the team catch up to her, and then back up on top to Leah Seitz. Inside, blocked as Kennedy Adams goes to the hoops, and she'll be blocked and fouled. That'll be on number 10, Neva Sheets. Sheets first, and that'll be team foul number 1, and Adams at the line. Off the front of the iron, no good. She'll have one more. Kennedy, the lone freshman on the varsity squad. Got that one. That's the first point of the night. It's a 1-0 game. The Aces in the lead. Pilots will bring it up the floor. Allie Schindler. Bounce pass. Over to Dockery. Dockery will bounce pass it, and they'll move it back. Schindler gets it back. From the wing, off the iron, and no good, and Bergman grabs the rebound. Back to Leah Seitz, and here come the Lady Aces once again. Seitz feeds it to Adams. Adams takes it back out on top, over to Alyssa Seitz, and to Leah. Leah Seitz drives it into the paint, puts it up and good. Leah Seitz hits the runner and makes it a 3-0 game. Schindler now with the ball for the Pilots. 4.5 minutes to go in our opening quarter. Over to Sheets. Sheets down in the corner to McGuire. McGuire guarded by Nyhart gets it out of there. Back to McGuire. She'll drive baseline and then tries to feed it across court, but it's grabbed by Leah Seitz. Leah over to Adams. Adams will pull the trigger from three-point land. It'll be short, no good. Schindler brings it up for the Pilots. Schindler holds up, feeds it down. Shot up from three-point land is an air ball from Sheets. That'll go out of bounds. And it'll be Ace's ball. on the baseline. Checking in for Ayersville, number 23, that's Zaria Young.
Reporting in for the Aces, number 4, Tori Perna.
And Perna will come in and spell sights for the Aces. So Adams inbounds to Leah Sights, and we're underway. Little token pressure at half court. Perna in trouble with a double team. And a quick timeout from Josh Freese telling her you can't get trapped in a double team against the sideline like that if you can avoid it. 3:35 and the first timeout of the game is a quick 30-second timeout from the Aces bench. Bill and Chris, glad to have you here with us again as we're getting close to wrapping up what's been a really busy week here at Hicksville Community Television. We've had a lot of stuff going on. We've had live streams every day this week, and we're not done yet. We got a couple more tomorrow and again on Saturday. So get your first peek at what's going on with the house competition. Is the first house assembly of the year.
Yes.
It's for the high school grades, 9 through 12. That happens tomorrow afternoon, and we'll have it for you live right here on the Hicksville Community Television YouTube channel, HIX-TV YouTube channel. They paused the action, and they're going to start up again. They didn't realize that Mr. Freese was toweling up some perspiration that was on the floor. Don't want anybody slipping on a wet spot. Perna with the ball. Adams top of the key. Adams, it's partially deflected. Sights feeds it inside to Nyhart. She'll put it up, blocked, no good. Schindler quickly the other way. Schindler going to go coast to coast, feeds it off at the last minute. Up and good for number 11, Dockery. Lady Aces back the other way. Now their lead cut to only 1, 3-2. Bounce pass to Sights, knocked out of bounds. Into the game number 4 for Ayersville. That's Kendra Waldron, and Waldron, a freshman, knocked the ball out of bounds. Lady Aces get it back. Sights from 3 off the glass, no good. Nyhart tries for the rebound, can't get a handle on it. Young gets it over to Schindler, and here come the Lady Pilots. Down to the corner, that's Sheets. Sheets kicks it back out. They'll bounce it up top. Driving in, shot up, off glass, and good for Dockery again. She's got 4 points now, and the Pilots take the lead 4-3. 2:35 to go in our opening quarter. Bergman down low to Nyhart. She can't handle the pass. It goes out of bounds off of her knee, and it'll be back to the Pilots with 2:31 left in our first quarter. Allie Schindler takes it across midcourt. Schindler tosses it over to Sheets. Back to Schindler. Now to Dockery. Dockery has the ball stripped away, loose on the floor. And it'll be a jump ball. They don't have the possession arrow up on the scoreboard tonight, so I think it should go to the Aces, and it does. Adams inbounds it to Leah Sights. She'll bring it up. Toss over to Perna. Perna quickly gets it out of her hands into the hands of Bergman. Works it down. Now Adams will take the shot off the rim. No good. Rebound to the Pilots. Bringing it up the floor. Kaylee Dockery. Dockery over to Schindler. They'll work it around the perimeter. Down low. Back out to Schindler. Her shot from three-point land is no good. Perna grabs the rebound. She'll get it to Sights. Sights launches it down to Adams. Adams back to Sights. To Perna. Perna for 3. Off the back of the rim. No good. Out of bounds. Pilots ball. Last touch by Nyhart. Josh Freese saying no. Ayersville touched it last. But there is no change. And it's Pilots ball. Corner. That's to Waldron. Waldron's bounce pass to Schindler. Now over to the far side. Shot up. And good. Sheets buries the 3 to make it a 7-3 game. And now the Lady Aces find themselves down by 4. Perna answering, going for a long two, in and out, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Pilots basketball. Neva Sheets gets the ball in to Allie Schindler, and Schindler will bring it up the court. With under a minute to go, 44 seconds, and the clock running in our first quarter. On the wing, Schindler, top of the key, over to Waldron. She'll drive down, bounce it off to Sheets. And Schindler, and there'll be a push. And that's going to be on Bergman. Lindsey Bergman gets her first personal, and that's team foul number 2 on the Lady Aces. Sheets gets the ball inbounds, driving up, no good for Mannon. Leah Seitz with the rebound. She'll hold up and let everybody pass her by. Leah Seitz, and Mannon slaps that one out of bounds before it can get to Adams. 16.6 seconds. Adams gets the inbounds. Back to Seitz with 11. Over to Perna with 9. Adams got it with 6. Kennedy Adams hits the 3. 4 points for Kennedy. And it's a 1-point game as that long three-quarter shot hits the superstructure and falls to the floor. And that's the end of the first quarter. And after one, it's the Pilots leading the Aces by 1. 7-6, your first quarter score. We'll take a break and say a big thank you to one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters making our coverage possible here on Hicksville Community Television, and that's our good friends at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, if you're in the market for a vehicle, something brand new, pre-owned, car, truck, van, or SUV, check out the great selection they have on the lots. Or you can check out the entire dealer inventory anytime online at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, it's always about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Again, we've got the upper deck here performing tonight. Doing a great job, as they always do. Yeah, it looks like they might have a couple of visiting alumni playing with them this evening. 8 minutes on the game clock. The second quarter underway. Aces have the ball to get things started. Inbounds to Kennedy Adams, and we're underway. Bill Murphy, Christopher Warner, glad to have you with us. We're your crew here tonight for varsity volleyball action on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Bergman bounce pass to Nyhard, over to Adams, and down to Alyssa Seitz. Alyssa back to Leah. Leah drives in, almost loses it. Scooped up by Adams, and she tries to pass it to Bergman, and we're going to have a whistle underneath the hoop. And that'll be a push on number 3. That's Rylan Beecher. So Beecher gets her first personal foul, and that one's going to go out of bounds off the hands of Sheets. So Aces will maintain possession with 7:27 to go. Inbounds to Adams. Almost stolen. And Coach Freese wanting the whistle and the foul on that one, not getting it. So the jump ball will give it back to the Pilots. 7:15 to go. Schindler over to Sheets. Sheets quickly down into the corner. And then back into the paint. Ball loose. They wind up back and off the glass, and good for the Pilots. And that was, I believe, number 2, McGuire, that got the bucket. Makes it a 9-6 game, back up to a 3-point lead for the Pilots. Alyssa Seitz now with the ball. Having a heck of a time, gets it to Bergman. Bergman over to Adams. It's slapped away again. All alone up, and she carried the ball. It's a travel. Looked like an easy two for Kendra Waldron, but she carried the ball, took the step, holding it up over her head, and turns it over on the traveling call. Leah Seitz now brings the ball back the other way for the Aces. Adams on the wing to Alyssa Seitz. Bounce pass inside to Nyhart. Her turnaround jumper off the glass and the iron and no good. Schindler grabs the rebound for the Pilots. She'll shoot down to McGuire, and they'll move it around, and now it's back into the hands of McGuire. Down low, almost stolen by Bergman. Now we've got Sheets handling the ball. She gets it to McGuire, back to Sheets. Driving in, McGuire puts it up off glass and good. Mabel McGuire, 4 points for her now tonight, and she increases the Pilots' lead up to 11-6. A 5-point advantage now. Adams, and back to Alyssa Seitz. Looks like Perna and Ashlyn Story getting ready to check in for the Aces. Seitz drives baseline, up and good. Leah Seitz with her second bucket of the night makes it an 11-8 game. Schindler across the timeline. Schindler to Sheets. Down into the corner, inside. That's Schindler putting it up, no good. Her put back up, no good. Another try, that's McGuire, no good. And we're going to finally have a whistle. All the bodies crashing underneath the basket. That's going to be on number 3. Again, another one on Ryland Beecher, it looks like. Yep, that'll be her second. And into the game, as we mentioned, is a Story for the Lady Aces. Perna back in as well. Story inbounds it to Leah Seitz. Seitz down low to Bergman, off of her hand. Lindsay tries to get it back in. It goes out of bounds. Should stay with the Aces, I believe. Seitz will handle the inbounds on the baseline. Seitz gets it into Bergman. Bergman's bounce pass to Perna. Up top, Perna for 3. Off the iron, no good. Bergman hits the deck. Again, no whistle, and we'll come back the other way. Sheets drives it, puts it up, and I'm not sure if that's going to be Story or Bergman. Bergman will pick up the foul. That'll be Lindsay's second. Team foul number 3 on the Aces. And Neva Sheets will go to the line for 2 free throws. Her team up by 3, 11-8. In and out, no good. Adams and Nyhart back into the game as Bergman and Leah Seitz will step out. Also back into the game, Mannon for Ayersville along with Dockery, number 11. Second one, that's good for Neva Sheets. She's got 4 points now tonight. Adams brings the ball up. Bounce pass over to Story. And she tried to feed it into Perna, but it's stolen away by Dockery. Dockery's going to take it the length of the floor. Spin move, puts it up, no good. Rebound and put back, no. Third try, no good. And they'll still hold on to it. Now they'll kick it way out up top. Driving into the paint and a whistle. That'll be team foul number 4 on the Aces, and first personal on Kennedy Adams. Out of bounds, baseline to the Pilots. Inbounds to Dockery. Dockery into the paint, puts up the runner, no good. Tries to get it back. It'll be out of bounds, last touched by the Pilots. And Aces will get the basketball back with 4:04 to go, just about halfway through our second quarter. Checking back in for the Pilots shortly will be number 4, Kendra Waldron. Adams with the ball right now for Hicksville. Bounce pass to Nyhart and then to Perna. Perna backs out. Gets it back to Nyhart. Nyhart looking things over. Nyhart to Story. Story has it knocked away by Dockery. Dockery takes it the length of the floor, puts it up, no good. And it looks like we're going to have a wrestling match and a jump ball. And that'll be aces on the possession arrow, as Waldron does indeed check back in, and Dockery will have a seat and rest up a little bit. Leah Seitz back into the game too, as she'll spell Alyssa Seitz. Adams gets the inbounds. 3:25 to go. Perna on the wing. Perna, Story as she cuts, and then to Nyhart, and then her pass is picked off by Schindler. Schindler feeds it up and good for Sheets. 6 points now for Neva Sheets. Seitz gets the shot. Leah Seitz, she's got 6 now. And timeout on the floor. Ayersville's going to take a quick 30-second timeout with 2 minutes and 57 seconds to go before halftime here at the Red Zone tonight. So it's a 4-point lead for Ayersville, 14-10. As they will get ready to go back into action here. It'll be Ayersville with the basketball out of bounds on the baseline. 2:57 to go before halftime. And we're back in action. Here comes the Pilots. Neva Sheets across the timeline. Over to Waldron. Waldron to Schindler to Mannon. Shot up, no good. They're volleyballing it around. That one's put up, in and out, no good. And that's going to be a travel on Zaria Young. Young travels and turns it over to the Aces with 2:30 to go before halftime. And a takeaway, a layup, and that's good for Waldron. That's her first bucket of the night. Adams, her team now down by 6, 16-10, gets it to Perna. Perna to Nyhart to Story. Story almost loses the dribble. Gets it to Seitz, back to Story. Now to Perna down in the corner. Perna's going to try to drive baseline, and she'll be fouled. It'll be gold 14. That'll be Allie Schindler. That's her first personal. And team foul number 4 now on the Pilots with 1:55 to go before halftime. Seitz gets it into Nyhart. Quickly to Perna. Timeout called by Coach Josh Freese. That'll be the second timeout called by the Aces, and it'll be a full 60-second timeout. It'll give me time to say a big thank you to our gold level underwriting supporter, and that, of course, is the Subway of Hicksville, Ohio. Subway of Hicksville, where Al and the gang say, "Go Lady Aces." You can eat fresh, refresh, and remember to download the app to your mobile device. You can take advantage of great in-app specials and mobile ordering as well. They can have your food ready for you to pick up. Curbside pickup available as well. Want to thank them so very much. They're proud sponsors of the Subway Player of the Game that we give out at the end of each boys and girls Hicksville Varsity Basketball contest we cover here on Hicksville Community Television, which means that I'm going to be handing one of those out tonight, a $10 Subway gift card, a nice certificate for the Player of the Game. We want to thank Subway of Hicksville so very much for continuing that again this basketball season. The kids love it. We love having them as our gold level underwriter, helping to support all of our basketball broadcasts. Subway of Hicksville, Ohio, a great place to stop by before or after the game or anytime. Subway of Hicksville. 1 minute, 50 seconds to go before halftime. It's a 6-point lead for the visiting Ayersville Pilots, 16-10. And we're going to have Josh Freese brought something to the attention of the officials. And they are going to have a brief conference. So now we'll.
He is stating that the ball was not that far down.
Well,
when he called.
yeah, they were just questioning where the inbounds was taking place. So they've got it all figured out. And Adams gets the inbounds, bounce pass to Nyhart. Nyhart back to Leah Seitz. Seitz tries to feed it down low to Story, and it's taken away by Mannon. Mannon flip the ball over to Sheets. Sheets to Waldron. Waldron puts it up, dribbles across, and it's going to be Ace's ball. And that's going to be on 23. Young will pick up her first personal. Team foul number 5 on the Pilots. So Kennedy Adams brings the ball up, tries to feed it down low. It's deflected again. And coming back the other way, bounce pass to Schindler. Schindler up, no good. The put back up, and that does go down. And that was number 13, Ariel Brown gets the hoop. 18-10 now. Lady Aces down by 8. Seitz on the baseline, off glass, no good. Rebound. Pilots bringing it up the floor. Sheets. Sheets down into the corner to Waldron. She'll turn around, take a long 2. And that is good. Waldron makes it 20-10 as the Pilots double it up on Hicksville with 38 seconds before halftime. Perna looking for some help, gets it to Adams. Adams down into the corner to Seitz, back to Kennedy Adams. Nothing there. She'll kick it back out to Leah Seitz. Now back to Adams. Her shot from just inside is good. Just inside the three-point arc is good. 6 points now for Kennedy Adams. And it's a 20-12 game with 16 seconds to go before halftime. Pilots look like they're going to hold for the last shot here. Kick it back out to Sheets with 2-1. She'll shoot it at the buzzer. No good. So we've reached halftime of this girls varsity basketball game, and at the intermission, it's the visiting Lady Pilots of Ayersville leading the Hicksville Lady Aces by 8, 20-12, the halftime score. Well, we'll take a little bit of a break here to say another big thank you to our Diamond Level, to another one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters. And that is, because I'm trying to do two things at once here, that's the Hicksville Pharmacy. They're your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. A full-service pharmacy to serve you and your family's pharmaceutical needs. They also have medical equipment and supplies and over-the-counter medications as well. In addition to that, they have gifts and sundries, greeting cards, candles, Ohio State, Michigan paraphernalia, toys, snacks, you name it. It's a great place to stop by, browse around. You should make it a part of your schedule, your itinerary, whenever you're planning on spending the day or doing some shopping in and around downtown Hicksville, Ohio. And if you have any questions or if you'd like to schedule an appointment to get a COVID booster, flu shot, or any other information you'd like, they'd love to hear from you. Feel free to give them a call. Hicksville Pharmacy at 419-542-6218. They'd love to hear from you. We love having them as, again, one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters, underwriting all of our Aces sports broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television. Our good friend, the Myers family. The Hicksville Pharmacy, again, your good neighbor pharmacy, located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. We've reached halftime, and at the break, it's the Lady Pilots leading the Hicksville Aces in this girls varsity basketball game by 8, 20-12, the halftime score. We're going to take a break, but don't go anywhere. Christopher and I are going to be back, and we're going to have all the exciting second half play-by-play action coming your way right here on HIX-TV. welcome you back to the Red Zone here at Hicksville High School. Welcome back as we are about a minute and a half away from getting the second half of this girls varsity basketball game underway. I'm going to do some quick tabulations here. And we'll pass along some unofficial scoring for this first half. Shouldn't take too long to quickly add everything up. Yeah, there we go. So unofficial scoring for the first half of action here tonight. For the Lady Aces, they've got 12 points on the scoreboard, all courtesy of just two players. Kennedy Adams has a three-pointer. She also shot a field goal and hit a free throw for 6 points. And Leah Seitz with 3 buckets for 6 in the first half as well. And that makes up for their 12 points. 20 points for the Pilots. It breaks down this way. They were led in scoring by Neva Sheets. Neva had a 3, a 2, and a free throw for 6 points. 4 points on 2 buckets for Mabel McGuire. Kendra Waldron with 2 buckets and 4 points. Also 2 buckets and 4 points for Kaylee Dockery. And 1 field goal for 2 for Ariel Brown. And that adds up to 20. So there you have it. That's the unofficial scoring for the first half. As we'll settle in and we'll get ready to get this third quarter underway. Glad to have you with us again, Chris Warner, Bill Murphy, your crew here tonight for Hicksville Community Television, coming to you live from the main gymnasium here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Pilots with the ball to start quarter number 3. Kaylee Dockery will get the ball into Sheets, and we're underway. Sheets back to Dockery. She'll shoot it over to Waldron. Back to Dockery. They'll just move it around the perimeter. See if they can get somebody to open up. They'll shoot it down low. Shot up off the glass and good. That was Schindler. Allie Schindler. That's her first bucket of the night. Kennedy Adams to Bergman. Bergman bouncing it down to Adams. Adams tries to go baseline. She's going to be fouled by Waldron. Kendra Waldron picks up her first personal, and that's team foul number 1 for the Pilots here in the second half. Leading 22-12 now, 10-point advantage. Adams flips it over to Nyhart. Nyhart to Seitz down in the corner to Bergman. Bergman tries to feed it down low. It's partially deflected, and it goes right into the hands of Schindler. Schindler's going to take it up the floor. Down low, Dockery underneath the hoop, up and no good. And that's going to be Ace's ball. And McGuire picks up her first personal, and that'll be team foul number 2 on the Pilots. Leah Seitz gets it into Kennedy Adams. Here comes Hicksville. Bounce pass to Seitz. Seitz has it knocked out of her hands. She stumbles and falls on the floor. Over to Dockery, up and in. Dockery with the easy bucket makes it 24-12. And we're going to have a jump ball between Seitz and McGuire. Possession arrow gives it back to the Lady Aces. Adams launches it in to Seitz. Seitz working her way through traffic, some pressure. She gets across the timeline, spins it back toward the center of the court. Now up to the top of the key to Nyhart. Nyhart to Adams. Adams puts it on the floor to Alyssa Seitz. Her shot no good, knocked out of bounds. Should stay with the Aces. Leah Seitz, bounce pass into Bergman. Bergman falls down going for the ball, and we're going to have a jump ball, and that'll go to the Pilots, I believe. So on the possession arrow coming off the jump ball, Pilots with the ball. Neva Sheets over to Dockery, now over to Waldron. Back to Dockery, and again they'll work around the perimeter. Bounce pass inside to Schindler, nothing there. Now to Dockery from the free throw line, off the back of the iron, no good. Gets her own rebound. Now it's kind of loose on the floor. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Aces ball. With 5:53 to go here in quarter number 3, Aces down by a dozen. Bergman now to Seitz. Leah Seitz straight down, kicks it off to Nyhart. Her shot from the wing, nothing there. Air ball to Alyssa Seitz, now to Bergman. Bergman's shot in and out, no good. Seitz with the putback. Alyssa Seitz gets the bucket. 24-14, and the lead back down to 10. Schindler gets it over to Sheets. Sheets to Dockery now. Now Waldron drives in, kicks it back out to Dockery. Now back to Sheets and back to Dockery. Now down low to Schindler. Schindler going between Bergman and Nyhart. There's a whistle and a foul. We'll see who's going to be assessed. It'll be Bergman. That'll be Lindsay's third. And team foul number 1 for the Lady Aces here in the second half. And that's going to put Allie Schindler at the line to shoot 2. Schindler gets the first one. One more. Schindler's second shot, also good. 4 points now for Allie Schindler, and it's back to a 12-point lead, 26-14. Aces will get the ball on the baseline. Leah Seitz into Adams. Adams across midcourt. Bounce pass down to Nyhart off of the hands of Bergman. Lindsay's able to get the ball back, loses the dribble, but it's scooped up by Adams. Adams bounce pass to Alyssa Seitz. Down to the corner, Bergman. Off the iron, doesn't get the bounce. Out of bounds. And I'm going to say last touch by the Aces. Inbounds to Schindler. She'll toss it back to Sheets. 26-14, Pilots with the lead. 4:30 left to go in the third quarter. Mannon, and they'll move it around now in the hands of Waldron. Bounce pass. They'll kick it back out to Sheets. Waldron drives in, takes it back out, and gets it stripped away by Nyhart. Nyhart tosses it over to Leah Seitz. Seitz up the floor. Leah for 3. Off the iron, no good, and we're going to have a whistle underneath the basket. $14 gold. That'll be Allie Schindler getting her second personal. And that's team foul number 3 now on the Pilots. Coming out of the game, Kendra Waldron. And back in, it looks like Beecher. Sheets driving baseline, kicks it back out. Schindler, her jumper is good. 6 points now for Allie Schindler. It's 28-14. Leah Seitz to Alyssa Seitz. Alyssa to Lindsay Bergman. Bergman thinks about driving baseline, nothing there, kicks it back out to Leah Seitz. And timeout called by Josh Freese. It'll be a quick 30-second timeout called by the Aces bench. They're down by 14, 28-14 the score. That's the third timeout called by Coach Freese. He'll have 2 remaining for the balance of the game. So far, the Pilots have committed 3 team fouls here in the second half. The Aces have 2. And the only player in a bit of foul trouble would be Lindsay Bergman. She has 3 personals hanging on her right now. Again, when this one wraps up, we'll be awarding one of the Lady Aces Subway Player of the Game for their performance in tonight's contest. Some conversation going on as we get ready for the Aces to inbounds the ball coming out of the timeout. Leah Seitz gets it into Kennedy Adams. Adams has the ball knocked loose and over now into the hands of Dockery. Dockery kicks it back out. That's McGuire. And they'll move it around. Now Dockery with the ball, drives in, feeds it over to Sheets. Sheets now back to Dockery on the wing. Her three-point shot's good. Ouch. Kaylee Dockery, 9 points now for her. Makes it a 31-14 game. And we're going to have a push off. That'll be the third one on number 3, Rylan Beecher. Adams for 3, short. Perna slaps it back in, but right into the hands of Mannon. Now Sheets quickly up the floor. Sheets drives in, tries to pass baseline, and Perna knocks it out of bounds. .235 to go. Pilots over to Young. Young guarded by Leah Seitz. Now to Dockery, over to Sheets again on the other side. Sheets drives in, feeds it to McGuire. McGuire bounce pass inside to Young, no good. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll stay Gold's ball. Story into the game for Hicksville as Perna will step out, and Sheets will get ready to handle the inbounds. Sheets flips it into McGuire. McGuire to Dockery. Dockery launches it out to Sheets. Sheets with 2:08 left in the third quarter. Down to Dockery. Dockery takes it back out on top. Feeds it down to Sheets in the corner. Nothing there, guarded by Nyhart. Now Adams steps up. They'll flip it inside. Now Dockery from out beyond the three-point arc will miss everything. It goes out of bounds, and the ball goes back to the Lady Aces with 1:41 to go in the third quarter. Perna will come in, and Bergman will step out. Nope, I take that back. It's going to be Nyhart that's going to come out. Leah Seitz looking to handle the inbounds, launches it in, gets it into Adams. Adams bounce pass to Perna. She'll pull the trigger. In and out, no good. Adams bounce pass to Leah Seitz. Seitz drives in. Seitz tries to make something happen. She'll get the whistle. Goes out of bounds. Bergman shot is good. A long 2 for Lindsey Bergman. That's her first bucket of the night to make it 31-16. Over to McGuire. McGuire to Sheets. Back to McGuire. She'll drive into the paint, put up the shot, and get the roll. Mabel McGuire, 6 points for her now tonight, and it's 33-16. Adams, and she's going to be fouled. I think that's going to be on McGuire. Yep. That's McGuire's second, and that's team foul number 5 on the Pilots. Aces ball out of bounds on the baseline. Into Bergman. She'll flip it into, nope. Tried to get it to Seitz. It's knocked loose. It winds up in the hands of Schindler. She'll take it the distance, put it up, no good, but she'll draw the foul and go to the line, shoot some free throws. Nyhart will get ready to check back in for the Aces. And that's going to be the second personal on Kennedy Adams, and team foul number 3 on the Lady Aces in the second quarter. Allie Schindler misses the first one. Nyhart comes into the game, and Bergman will step out. Also getting ready to check in is number 14. That's McKenna Rice. Second shot for Schindler's good. Perna across the timeline. Perna driving down, puts it up off glass, doesn't get the bounce. Schindler grabs the rebound, launches it down the floor. They tried to feed it off to Kilgallen, who's in, number 5. Sheets now with 15 seconds. Over to Waldron. Waldron drives baseline, puts it up, no good. It's grabbed by Story. Story with 5 seconds. Feeds it down. It's taken away from Rice. They'll throw it 3/4 of the court off the iron. No good. And that's the end of the third quarter. Pilots build onto their lead, and they're up at the end of 3, 34-16 over the Lady Aces. As we get ready for the fourth quarter, we'll say another thank you to another one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters. Here at Hicksville Community Television, Diamond Level supporters underwrite all of our Aces Sports broadcasts. And with us for the entirety of 2023, our good friends, ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. They're located on Industrial Drive, a terrific world-class facility. Find out more about the many solutions, and I mean the many solutions. It's amazing all the stuff that they do over there. The many solutions they have for business and industry. Check them out online at www.arcsolinc.com. We want to thank them again for their continued underwriting support for all of 2023 of all of our Aces Sports broadcasts. Denny Vetter, the whole gang at ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, and again online at www.arcsolinc.com. Well, we'll put 8 minutes on the clock. Aces down by 18. They've got a lot of ground to cover if they want to get back into this one. Inbounds to Adams, to Seitz. Seitz drives baseline, looking for some help, kicks it back out to Story. Story back to Alyssa Seitz. Or it's not Alyssa, that's Leah Seitz. Leah down low to Story, and it's taken away into the hands of Schindler. Schindler working around to the wing, and she's going to be fouled. Nope, that's going to be on Gold 4. So Kendra Waldron picks up her second personal, and team foul number 6 for the Pilots. Adams to Nyhart, back to Adams, blocked. Oh, what a great defensive play. Not good for Aces fans, but you got to admire the Pilots' skill. Down low, Schindler working around Bergman, up no good. Good job defensively there by Lindsey Bergman. Leah Seitz comes up with the ball off of Story's hands, now to Adams. Adams takes it back out onto the top of the key and lets the offense set up. Over to Story on the wing. Story Tries to get it down low to Nyhart. Nyhart puts it up, and it'll go out of bounds. Last touched, I believe, by the Pilots. Should stay with the Aces. Sheets and McGuire back into the game for Ayersville. Coming out, Kilgallen, and I believe Waldron stepped out. Yep. Bergman, short, grabbed by Sheets. Sheets going to launch it down the floor. Bounce pass to Dockery, up and good. Great transition game from the Pilots there as they move it down the floor quickly and increase their lead to 20, 36-16. Seitz took a run for the hoop, and she'll draw the foul. I think that's going to be on Young. Yep, 23. That is Young. That'll be her second. And team foul number 7, which puts the Aces into the bonus. Raina Mazur into the game for Hicksville now, as Lindsey Bergman will step out, and it'll be Leah Seitz at the line. Seitz misses the front end, and it's grabbed by Dockery. Dockery guarded by Adams. Gets it over to McGuire. Down low. Nothing there. They'll kick it back out. Looking around the perimeter. Shot up and good. That was Schindler. Getting points 8 and 9 there. Adams to Nyhart to Mazur. Mazur to Leah Seitz. Seitz in and out, no good. Put back, no good. Blocked out of the shot, blocked by Adams. And here comes Schindler for the Lady Pilots. To Sheets on the wing. Sheets drives in, hook shot up, and they're going to wave that one off. She traveled. Waldron comes back into the game for the Pilots. She'll spell Schindler. And also back into the game for the Aces, number 15, Ashlyn Story. As Adams will get a bit of a breather. Seitz to Story. No good. Rebound grabbed by Waldron. She's off to the races, down the floor. And that'll be an offensive foul on her. That'll be Waldron's third personal. Team foul number 8, but an offensive foul, so no free throws. Mannon back into the game as McGuire will step out for the Pilots. Story getting ready to inbounds. Gets it into Seitz, right back to Story. Story guarded by Mannon, takes it across half court. Story going to go through traffic, put up the runner, no good. It'll go out of bounds. Last touched by the Pilots. Aces retain possession with 4:44 to go in regulation, down 38-16. Story to Nyhart. Now to Seitz in the corner. Leo bring it out onto the wing. Leah to Story. Now to Alyssa Seitz. Inside to Mazur, it's taken away. Down to the other end, Waldron, the layup no good. Put back, and that is good. And I believe that was Dockery. Number 11, correct? Yep. And the pass stolen away by Waldron, who lays it up no good. She's going to draw the foul, go to the line. That one's going to be on Leah Seitz. I think that'll be Leah's first. Yep. Her first, team foul number 4 on the Aces. And that's going to put Kendra Waldron at the line to shoot 2 with 3:58 to go in regulation. Misses it. She'll have one more.
Returning for the Pilots, number 13,
Back into the game now, we've got Lainey Sheets, number 20, and number 13, Ariel Brown. And also back into the game, Bergman, Perna, and Rice. Second one is good for Waldron. Perna to Adams, also back into the game. Adams, Rice broke the wrong way, and the ball goes out of bounds back to the Pilots. Bergman almost with the steal. The ball will go out of bounds. Ayersville's ball. Mannon get ready to inbounds on the baseline. Bounce pass in. That's to Waldron. She'll kick it out to Brown. Now underneath the basket, it's a multiple hands tie-up jump ball. And it stays with Ayersville. Back into the game, Ella Kilgallen, number 5. And coming out is Ryland Beecher, number 3. Long inbounds on the wing. Waldron kicks it inside. Mannon up and good. Kirsten Mannon, that's her first bucket of the night. Makes it 43-16. Perna looking for some help. Bounce pass to Mazur. Mazur to Adams. Adams drives it in, backs it out, gets it to Perna. Perna right there at the three-point line. Down low to Bergman. Bergman puts it up, no good. Gets her own rebound. That no good. And then Adams tries, and she gets a whistle. Her shot no good as well. But Kennedy Adams going to go to the line. That's Neva Sheets. No, take that back. That's Lainey Sheets in off the JV squad. It's her first, team foul number 9. Kennedy Adams hits it. 7 points for her. Second one is good for Adams as well. Makes it 43-18. Lainey Sheets, and then inside shot up, no good. And that's number 22. That's Lily Porter with the rebound off the JV squad into the game. Rice drives baseline, nothing there, kicks it out to Porter. Porter over to Adams. Adams driving down. She'll try to put up the runner. It's knocked loose, blocked, and into the hands of number 13, Brown. And a 30-second timeout called on the Pilots bench with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in regulation. And the Pilots leading the Aces 43-18. Again, when we wrap up this broadcast, we'll do a quick post-game. Give the unofficial scoring. We'll announce this contest Subway Player of the Game before we pack up and head on out of here. And then we won't be back with you with another sports live stream again until Saturday afternoon at the stroke of noon. It'll be girls basketball action between the Aces and the Lincoln View Lancers. Only one game, varsity only, on Saturday here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Lainey Sheets inbounding, gets the ball in to Brown. Brown back to Sheets, down to Kilgallen, and then back to Lainey Sheets. It's going to count. She's going to go to the line. And that'll be the first one on Perna, and that's team foul number 5. And Sheets misses, so the score remains 45-18, and Perna brings the ball up for the Lady Aces. As we go under 2 minutes, knocked out of bounds, should stay with Hicksville. Minute 58 in regulation. Adams to Rice, to Porter, and back to Perna. Down in the corner, Kennedy Adams. Perna for three. No, out of bounds, and to the Pilots it goes. Score remains 45-18. Ayersville gets the ball back. A minute 47 left in regulation. Brown will bring the ball up. Adams comes out to meet her. Now Rice takes over. Ball knocked loose, and that'll be Ace's ball. As Brown dribbled it off of her shin and out of bounds. McKenna Rice into Adams. Over to Perna. Perna. Adams drives baseline, puts it up and good. Adams gets the bucket, makes it 45-20. Still a 25-point lead, so the Aces are not going to win this contest, but they're going to play it out till the end. Laney Sheets inside. That's number 33. That is Addison Zartman. Ball is loose on the floor. Porter wrestling for it, along with, I think, Waldron. Nope, that was Kilgallen, excuse me. Husted comes into the game for the Aces. Emily Husted, wearing number 20. Gets the ball to Rice. So we're under a minute to go here. Rice on the far side. Bounce pass to Husted. Back to Rice. Perna takes the shot. Off the glass, no good. Rebound grabbed by Paul. She'll flip it over to Brown. Brown to Sheets. To Kilgallen. And back to Brown with 20 seconds. Brown to Laney Sheets. As they'll just sort of play keep away here and burn the last few seconds off. Laney Sheets to Brown. Brown with 3, 2, 1. And that's the ball game. Your final score, it's the Lady Pilots of Ayersville defeating the Aces 45-20. The final score here in varsity action at the Red Zone tonight. And we'll tally things up here, and I will pass along some scoring numbers for you shortly. Just got to add everything up, make sure everything is more or less correct. All right, I think we got it. So let's take a look at the unofficial scoring for this evening's contest. Again, 45-20, the Pilots winners here tonight. For the Aces tonight, they had Alyssa Seitz with a bucket and 2 points. Lindsey Bergman, a bucket and 2 points. Leah Seitz had 3 field goals, but all in the first half for 6. And Kennedy Adams, a 3 and a 2 in the first half with a free throw for 6. And then she added 4 more in the second half to finish the night with 10, the only Lady Ace in double figures this evening. For the victorious Pilots of Ayersville, goes this way. Ariel Brown and Laney Sheets and Kirsten Mannon all had a bucket and 2 points each. It was 5 points for Kendra Waldron. She had 2 field goals and a free throw for her 5. 6 points for Mabel McGuire on 3 field goals. Also 6 points for Neva Sheets with a 3-pointer, a 2-pointer, and a free throw. Next up is Allie Schindler. Allie had 3 field goals and 3 free throws to finish the night unofficially with 9. And leading all scorers tonight, it was Kaylee Dockery. She winds up with 5 twos, a 3, and 13 points unofficially to her credit. So there you have it. And again, 45-20, the Lady Aces fall to the Pilots this evening. Well, we want to say a big thank you to all of our underwriters making our coverage possible here at the Red Zone tonight. They include our 4 diamond-level underwriting supporters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and online at jimschmidtauto.com. Our friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, and online at www.aptmfg.com/careers. Thanks also to the Hicksville Pharmacy. They're your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. And ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, and online at www.arcsolinc.com. Thanks to our gold level underwriting supporter, underwriting all of our basketball coverage, Subway of Hicksville, where Al and the gang say go Lady Aces. They are proud sponsors of the Subway Player of the Game Award that we give out at the end of each boys and girls Hicksville varsity contest that we cover here on Hicksville Community Television. And for tonight, I don't think there's really any doubt. We're going to give the award to Kennedy Adams, who led all scorers for the Lady Aces, the only Lady Ace in double figures tonight, with 10 points to her credit, and just terrific play handling the ball, some nice assists, and just a terrific job for her this evening. So congratulations to Kennedy Adams. She's tonight's Subway Player of the Game. We got a Subway gift card and a nice certificate for her that we'll be getting to her just as soon as we possibly can. With that, we also want to say a big thank you to the Hicksville Athletic Department, Mr. Haught and Overmeyer, for giving us the space and allowing us to be here with the live stream coverage this evening. And thanks to all of you for joining us this evening here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Hope that you enjoyed the basketball coverage tonight. So with that, we're going to wrap it up for this evening. Our next live stream will be coming your way tomorrow, 2:20 in the afternoon, right here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Chris Warner with live coverage of the First House Assembly of 2023. It'll be the high school assembly for grades 9 through 12, starting at 2:20 this afternoon. And our next sports live stream, noon on Saturday, varsity only, but the Lady Aces host the Lady Lancers of Lincoln View. So with that, once again, final scores tonight in the junior varsity game. It's Ayersville defeating Hicksville 32-15. And in the varsity contest, the Pilots knock off the Lady Aces 45-20. So for Chris Warner, operating the camera and overseeing the OBS software on the laptop and the live stream, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing all of you a very good night.